We're back late in the second half. Let me explain what happened. I had half a turkey club lying around, so I decided to go upstairs and grab it. Now half of that turkey club is in my beard. I had to clean my beard. Then a morning followed me around. Then I sat down and got on camera. I was like, that beard cleaning was not complete. Golden WH, thank you for the sub. Friends, you worked hard, you did extremely well, but you came up just short of success in your first cooking trial. And this was not even against another group, it was simply against yourselves. Your audience was one of the toughest in the land. What would you like to do now? Because Rack was like, hey, you guys want a reward? And Cayso was like, no, what we need is time. And I was like, okay, cool. No, I'm good.
Well, there's probably a couple things we should do, right? One, go get advice. And then two, talk to the logistics guy.
Patches?
Patches, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that sound...
Yeah.
Because I think we could do with a little more advice. Because I think, at least me, even just as a player, I'm like, oh shit, we're completely unprepared for like any real type of competition. But I think character-wise, we're probably all feeling that way too. So advice, I think, would be helpful. And then, like you were saying, Connor, I mean, the word logistics was the first thing that popped in my head too.
Well, the logistics guy is your dad, right?
Is it? I thought Patches.
Well, Patches is the guy that helps us, right?
Yeah.
But then
Patches
there's
is a merchant. He sells us stuff.
but like the
Thanks.
guy, I think the crew that's going to help us deliver things into town, that's your dad, right?
That's an option for it.
Right, that's an option. We could go with someone else.
Well,
But I
yeah,
don't-
maybe we do advice first if there's another option. But I mean, if we have to do my dad thing, then we have to do my dad thing.
I don't think we have to.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, let's get some advice.
Okay.
What's the name of the tower again?
Wizard's Tower.
Oh.
Wizard's Tower?
Wizard's Tower.
So you're going to Wizard's Tower to speak to Rock, or?
Yeah.
All right. So, it's starting to get a little late. Most of the wizards are done wizarding. There aren't that many. There's only like 5.
They're getting tucked in.
Well, they spend a lot of time reading and doing arcanological equations and stuff like that, or researching their area that they want to be an expert in, and trying to earn their color or their name. Rock is sitting in the middle of the tower on the first floor, just hovering purple crystals around him. It's all very Star Wars Jedi-ish. As the crystals move, they leave a kind of burned after image behind them. Like 3 copies of the crystal. As you're approaching, his eyes are closed, but he says, "Ah, you've come."
We felt it was necessary. We can see that we may be a bit overwhelmed.
No, I thought you did excellently.
Well, with the sheer amount, I think more with the sheer amount of ingredients and raw materials that we will need to bring back.
It's a question every
village.
group must overcome based on their own individual talents.
Do you have examples of what others have done?
I
Do you have advice?
My advice is for you to use your strengths. Master Cayso Hamhand is a rancher. You need to begin domesticating animals in the local area that you have arrived at in order to do your job for you while you are not there. This area you have arrived at is only the first level, and we don't know how many there are, but every level is different for every team. The ones deeper in tend to be more research rich than the ones that are towards the start. But there's no reason not to, how should I say, passively gain from the area when you are not there. If you manage to defeat the Lord of the Floor that controls it you are on, he will grant you access to move ahead to the next level, but he will also allow you to bring someone in, to bless someone with the Team 4 sigil, and allow them to come in. You can leave them in your wake to continue your farming or slaughtering efforts behind you, or cultivation, whatever it is you want to do. You need to make careful choices. As I said, Master Hamhand might be extremely proficient at ranching and perhaps domesticating animals. It would also seem to fall within Ono's capabilities as well, but to provide the kind of meat needed for this town, that is a lot of meat every single day. You would need to be slaughtering quite a few animals. Some groups simply clear-cut any forest that they come across just to bring back firewood for us and building materials, since we can't grow anything naturally here. Some groups don't deliver things daily. They cultivate and they deliver small packages periodically, regularly, but with care and ease. We don't know what effect we have on these places and what happens to them when we're gone, because when a new pillar team arises after the death of a previous pillar team, the places that they are sent to are not the same as the one that the previous pillar team was on. We have little gleaning of how these things work. How far are you willing to go? How much are you willing to take? How in harmony with the natural world around you are you?
I see these are things that we need to answer.
You've come to me for answers. I'm afraid I have some suggestions, but mostly I only have questions.
I do think though that what you have said does make sense. I think cultivation, domestication, make these levels, as you call them, work for us. Maybe as we enter and explore more on our way back to the pillar, we can cultivate, slaughter, so on and so forth. Bring on extra help as needed. I think these all things make sense.
I don't want to reveal too much about any of the pillar team's methods, but I think
that is understandable.
Master Hamhand knows that when they arrived, Pillar Team 3 set up a small farm, and it was just the 5 of them. It was certainly not enough to feed anybody, and in fact it would take months before they would see any returns on it. But as they grew in experience through fighting and gaining magical artifacts, through their teamwork and camaraderie and their blessings, they brought more and more people on, and that one small farm grew to many plots. And not only that, the amount of time it took to grow things lessened as more minor magical blessings from clerics were applied to the soil in order to increase its rate of fertilization and bounty.
I've been thinking about starting a small farm at the entrance.
Rack, eyes still closed, nods. Says, you'll need to find suitable crop, but I'm sure you can do it. If you want my suggestion now, it would be to find a problem and fix it. You need to gain the attention of the lord of the level that you are on, so that it may present itself to you in a challenge of battle. But more importantly, you need to gain more experience in combat itself.
Is this not who we met? What was her name?
Well, some of you can't forget it because you're cursed by her.
Yeah, I know.
The rock's on.
Okay. I was only thinking of Rakshasa, and I know that that's not right.
Rakshasa is a backwards pod tiger beast from
Yep, that's
Hindu
what I was thinking of.
Is
Which
that
is
the
why I knew it
Lord?
wasn't the right name.
No,
Is that the Lord?
Rakshasa.
she is not the Lord.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think we have much more exploring to do, and keeping our eyes peeled for domesticatable crops and animals. Crops are easy. You
He gestures
pick
to
them
you.
up from one thing and put them into another place in an organized manner.
Do you not have onions and wild garlic?
Of course I do. The first thought is I go in, we pick a plot, and I plop down into the ground what I have in my pouch, and allow it to propagate.
I think that is a wise choice. It will take a while to see returns, but you should gain experience in doing this.
Of course.
Set a good example for those who will follow.
Yeah, I mean, I should have thought that. I guess I was so excited to check out this place that completely escaped my mind, like the idea of setting down some roots. But that makes total sense.
You mentioned that there were wolves.
That is danger I was thinking about when you were
You
know,
say
saying
danger,
about
I hear
They're friends.
opportunity.
with wolves. Okay,
What if you
Yeah.
were to befriend them?
We have
Create
two of them.
a pack. One that could work with you. You would provide them with the comforts of civilization, like warmth and, I don't know, a brush, a comb. I've never seen a wolf before, but I've only seen pictures. I'm sure you can find some way to make them happy, and in return, they could bring you meat. I'm just spitballing and providing examples. I mean, it's you also mentioned before about these lizards, these running lizards.
yes.
Sounds like a perfect starting example of domestication. Cayso Hamhand, lizard runner rider.
The slow gleam of realization, goes across Queso's eyes. Sorry.
Cayso's like, I'm gonna summon a horse. 10 seconds later, Cayso's like, I'm gonna summon an ethereal lizard.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Can rangers do that?
I don't know
I don't think that's
if they can get fine steed or not. But you don't need to summon one if you just make one your mount through animal domestication and husbandry.
That's right. Well, I'm excited to get cracking. How about you folks?
I'm glad that you could come here and find answers.
I'm honestly not even quite worried about. I don't think we need to worry about logistics at this point. I think we need to. Shit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Self-start, I think you're looking for.
I think we should look into domesticating owlbears. I heard
What?
it's the best strategy.
Owlbears.
They are soft and fluffy.
Ah, so they are the cursed remnants of wizard experimentation.
It's not
But
their fault that they are cursed.
I bet their feathers make for great pens, though.
You say cursed, I see food.
That's good.
Would you be interested in buying an owlbear feather?
I would indeed be very interested in an owlbear quill.
I'll like pull one of my feathers out.
What would you
Offer it
like?
to him. You can just have this one for helping us out.
Okay, he takes it. He looks at it wondrously. He opens his eyes. They glow purple just like the crystals he's floating around him. Ah, it's not magical. It looks like it will be good. Can't wait to dip it in things. Well, if you don't have anything else, I think I'll be packing it up.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, so he begins summoning the crystals back into his hands as the glow begins leaving both the crystals in his eyes. Where are you going to stay the night?
I'm gonna stay in our pillar so I can get a quick start in planting in the morning.
Wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you that you have noticed that the time is different in the pillar.
Okay.
It's offset by 12 hours.
So if I go to the pillar now, I gotta start cultivating.
It will be the morning there, as it is turning night here.
So okay, so I guess what I would do is, I need to like prepare the soil and all that kind of stuff first before I even put anything in the ground, right?
Yeah.
And I probably got to leave that soil alone and not plant anything in it for quite some time.
We'll cover it in a roll that will take days.
Okay.
And I don't mean, like, as long as you're in the general area, we can assume you've come back here for in the morning you till and fertilize and work the earth. And
yeah, till, fertilize, work the earth. It all does that. All that happens one day, but then you have to let the ground sit there for like a good week before you start planting anything.
I know how it works in Minecraft. I don't know how it works in real life.
I mean, that's real life right there. I don't know how it works in Minecraft. I've never played it.
Let's assume that it will take time to do it. And you can't go far. Like, you have to be able to return at night or in the morning to do this. Okay, so you're leaving immediately to get that started now.
I think that's important.
Okay. Do you have any kind of tilling equipment?
I have really big hands.
Okay. You can use a stick in your hands.
Well, I mean, I have my I can use my great axe to
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Pull through the ground for sure.
You're a half-orc barbarian. I assume that's a real. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. Make a nature roll. See how it goes.
A nature roll?
Yeah, because it's a great axe. I'm not going to make you roll at disadvantage. You sufficiently convinced me that that thing is good enough to get this started on a small scale.
15.
Look at Mr. 15 over here. All right. So everybody else is laying down to go to bed. You don't know where they go because you immediately march into the tower, go through one portal way, out the other portal way. You're in the middle of a rising sun, and you just. You get started.
I'd say I'm making, as far as the plot size goes, maybe, I don't know, 15 by 15 feet.
Okay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of manual labor.
Yeah. I'm a big dude, though. I can do it.
Well, your dice roll says you can. So, yeah.
I'll do things like, is the source of water nearby? Because I need to like wet down the soil.
There are small rivers that run near this area. So
I'm doing things like I'm tilling in, fallen leaves that I can find, any sort of waste product from plants around, and I'm tilling that into the soil to add nutrients. I'm adding water to wet the soil down and get it prepared to take on crops.
Okay. I think this roll, you'll have to make a second roll later after some time has passed to do the planting. But yeah, this is a good start. I agree.
Cool.
Perfect.
I will lay down for a nap next to the plot and wait for the others to arrive.
In the wild?
I mean...
No, I love this. All right.
It's a clearing.
He left. What did the two of you do? He just marched immediately off to your pillar 4.
I would probably assume you'd go into bed since we talked about that. So I'll try and sell some more of my owlbear feathers. before I go back to the pillar.
What are you selling them for?
I don't know.
Well, what do you need? What do you want?
We might need some farming tools and nails, those kinds of things. Maybe some planing tools for some woodworking. Make some fences and so forth.
Choose your favorite out of all of those things that you just said.
Farming tools.
Okay. I agree that you hand out several of the feathers as a result, someone does get you like busted up old wood and iron, like slightly rusty iron. That's someone has taken a lot of care, but it's quite old. Like the wood is starting to get eaten away. You get one set of used farming tools. Like
how much of my feathers did that take up? I had 11.
Let's assume it takes all but one. What weighs more, 10 owlbear feathers or one sack full of farming implements? Now, which one is worth more? A pound of feathers or a pound of gold? Okay.
If that's all, then I'm going to take my rest somewhere.
Right. You're basically walking around with a golf bag full of farming implements now, Ono.
Did you want to stay at the inn again, or do you want to stay at the pillar?
I'd like to get cracking first thing in the morning, but that time difference makes it a little weird. I'm happy to stay at the pillar. Don't need to impose on your place unnecessarily.
I don't think it's really imposing. I do live there. Well, I did.
It's up to you. How do you feel? We could do with bath, I suppose, and then
we could do with a bath.
All right, let's do that.
People go without baths.
Meanwhile, I'm sleeping in dirt.
You're looking like Radagast, I think, from.
Oh, wow. The Radagast, the brown you speak
That's
of?
right.
Yeah.
I actually do want to buy a bar of soap too.
Okay.
Well, I do have lye. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I want to buy a bar of soap.
Okay.
Yeah, someone will trade you a bar of soap for your last feather.
Can I just buy it? It's only 2 copper.
That's true. Very well.
Can we buy I have 15 gold. Can I buy some carpentry tools and some nails?
You might want to start with like an axe if you don't have one to cut down a tree to build your fence.
Well, I do know that Wolfgang Truck does have an axe. It's not a lumberjack axe.
It is 8 gold pieces for carpenter's tools.
I'll buy those. And then can I get an axe?
Okay. Sure.
How much is that?
Now, what type of axe are we talking about?
For chopping down trees.
I actually don't know because there's lots of different axes. A tree chopping axe.
Like a tree axe. Like a normal axe.
You don't have to completely chop down the trees. We just have to find where that low knocked down all the trees, and you can chop up one of the felled trees.
I think that the axe is 5 gold pieces.
All right, I'll buy those 2 things.
That's 13 gold pieces.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're right. Ono. We can always travel there and chop up that tree. We don't need to destroy any of the wildlife that's around the portal. But either way, we'll probably need an axe, I assume.
Yes, I was just meaning it could save you a little work.
Yeah. Although, around that Buffalo, it was probably several days travel, if I recall correctly.
Was it?
Was it?
Yes, it was like 3 or 4 days travel.
Yeah. So we'd have to haul the wood from there for 3 days.
Think you could do that?
Well, I'm a I'm a stout little halfling, but carrying the sufficient amount of wood that we would need to establish even a small farm would be a hefty task, but we could try. I can't say I've ever hauled that much wood over that kind of land for. I mean, it'd probably slow us down a little. But if we were picking stuff up along the way, it mightn't be too bad an idea.
Do you know where I could find a small ball?
Do I?
Like what type of ball?
Like a dog ball.
Like made out of rubber?
It doesn't have to be rubber.
Like wood?
Maybe not wood. I don't know if that's safe.
Yeah, like rubber doesn't really exist yet. So
Yeah, that's not. It doesn't have to be rubber.
you'll need to
It'd be
find
like
a rubber
like
tree.
a hide ball or something.
All right.
Yeah, rawhide.
Sure.
I like where this is going.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea where this is going. I'm super confused, but okay. Well, someone said hemp rope ball.
Hemp rope. Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, that would work.
Someone will definitely let you take some rope leavings that has been twisted into a ball.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's all I need before we go back.
Okay. When you go, so you're going to stay at the inn, not in the pillar?
I know we're going to
Yeah.
take a bath. I don't know if we were going to stay the night.
Tell me.
Did you say yeah? Are we staying the night there?
Yeah, we could stay the night. I mean, if we're there for a bath, we may as well stay the night. I feel like that's kind of awkward otherwise.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I would like you to make a survival check, Wolfgang, since you are sleeping alone in the open after tiring yourself out and working.
Certainly.
Oh boy.
It's always when it really counts.
All right. So, oh, that's a cat. I was like, what, did Cotton get like a big blanket on her shoulders?
Sorry.
Wait, you think I'm upset about the cat? That cat is pure Patreon money right there. You think people love cats, man?
Paying the cat tax.
I was thinking of allowing Amore back in the studio at some point. The only problem is that she knocks over everything and tries to eat all the cables. And will meow loudly while staying exactly out of arm's reach. So she's basically a disaster. Ruins every broadcast she's anywhere near. I want you to imagine the following scene. Cayso, Hamhand, and Ono Komomo. The two of you wake up bright and early in the morning. You head out into the pillar, pass through it. On the other side, it's dark of the night. You move, you see something. There is a wolf literally inches away from Wolfgang Truck, who is lying on the ground, just completely spread out, snoring loudly, and at his battle axe like almost near his hand, where he's basically just dunked himself down on the ground in the wilderness. The wolf turns its eyes toward you and they gleam golden in the moonlight.
I want to cast Speak with the Animals.
Okay.
I want to say, hey, how are you doing?
Okay. The wolf's just like, shh. Hey man, keep it down. Don't wake up the prey.
Oh, that won't taste very good.
Shh. I smell it. It smells salty and warm.
You can't eat that guy, though.
Why not?
Because when he wakes up, he'll be very angry.
Yeah, you know.
He's really strong.
I get a little bit closer, I rip his throat out. It's all over for him.
Do you know what? I wanted to actually show you something.
Oh?
Yeah, you said you like to have fun, right? Play?
We have never met before.
Well, I've met some wolves. You like to play, right?
Oh, so you think that just because you have met one wolf, you have met all wolves?
I've met a couple wolves. I
All
have not
wolves
met all
are not
wolves.
the same. Are you the
I
same as
understand
him? Am I about to eat you?
No,
Okay.
I still wouldn't eat that guy though.
You can see his jaw unhinges and the long wolf tongue is out like he's real close to eating Wolfgang in his sleep.
I want to bring out the ball and shake it like you do with a dog to get him to distract it.
Okay.
Distract him.
Yes.
I'd like you to make an animal handling check.
Okay.
Can I help her?
How do you help? You go, here, boy, come on, chase the
Who's
ball.
a good boy?
Chase the ball.
Who's a good boy?
Sit. Yeah. Ah. Ah.
Exactly. That's exactly how I do it.
No, Connor, you have to describe it yourself. You can't just steal my ideas.
That's all I do. Okay.
No, I've seen you draw. You don't go, I'm going to trace this thing. You go, here's an eyebrow. Now allow me to draw the crook of their elbow.
All right, I'm gonna say that Ono and I will commence in sort of like tossing the ball back and forward to each other, right? And that way we're like, hey, we're playing. Do you want to play too?
Oh my god! All right, I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Just don't get a 5 and a 1, you know.
Oh,
22.
that cuts deep, AP.
So Wolfgang, you wake up. There is a wolf with a paw pressed on your chest, going. It's sideways over you and appears to be looking at something to your left. And when you turn to look, you see that Ono and Cayso look slightly alarmed, but they're also trying to look like they're entertained as they toss a ball. And the wolf is like putting its body weight on your weight as it prepares to dash for the ball.
Oh yeah,
The smell is horrible, by the way. It's literally
let it
like a wet dog that has never ever washed.
It smells delicious. It smells like home.
Oh my god! All right, it dashes forward as the two of you are tossing the ball and snatches it out of midair, and then begins rolling around on the ground like ha.
Hey, bring it here and I'll throw it so you can catch it again.
All right, you got a 22. I'll buy that. You can also talk to it. Yeah. All right. So it definitely doesn't want to let go of this thing now that it's cheering on it. But after a little bit and after a little bit more coaxing, it comes forward and gives it to you.
I'm gonna, wave it around a bit and chuck it.
Okay. It definitely gets there and tries to grab it out of midair. It fails, but it recovers, gets it on the ground.
Can I use the next few minutes to try and teach him how to play fetch?
You have somewhat less than 10 minutes to teach him how to play fetch, I believe. You get 10 minutes, right? Is that how long the spell lasts?
Let me double check.
Okay. Can I teach a child how to play fetch in 10 minutes? Probably.
Yep, 10 minutes.
Took me 3 hours to learn how to tie shoes, apparently. My uncle tells the story all the time.
That seems pretty fast.
Well, that was after failing for months on end.
Oh, okay.
He said you can't come out of this room until you learn how to tie your shoes.
It took me
It's like throwing you in the water. Learn to swim.
Yeah. I learned eventually, apparently. Okay. I think that this will be another roll. The previous roll covered not eating Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm.
This
That
roll
makes sense.
will be, let's call it stage 1 domestication efforts.
Can I also help in this role?
How do you help?
I will pretend to be the dog. Right? Like I like this. This is teaching by example. So I'm like, okay, this is how you play fetch, and she's gonna be the person.
Connor.
Connor.
This is how being a wolf. Perfect.
This is how Cayso identifies with the animals.
I did not think that this is where tonight would go. Please go ahead and make a roll at advantage.
19.
Okay. This wolf has unique enough markings. On either side of its gray fur, it's got like a light white lightning bolt. And you're pretty sure it may not immediately attack you in the future. After the 10 minutes wears off, it continues to play fetch with you for a while before it gets tired and bored. Because it's a wolf. And for wolves, exercise means getting prey, and it's not getting fed here. It will, however, take your ball of rope with it.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, like you toss it one time, and it just like casually picks it up and just starts trotting away. It's like, later.
That sounds appropriate.
Well, you know, at least we had some fun with that ball first.
Wolfgang, you're alive, and you haven't been eaten.
Thank you for playing with a ball. I've
You're
made
welcome.
a farm for us.
I'd say it was better that he played with the ball than your face.
This is true.
Why were you sleeping out here and not in the pillar, which is right there?
I was tired, and there's a pile of dirt here that was quite comfy.
Did you farm this whole all this soil with what looks like your battle axe?
Yes. I wanted to get started.
That's good. That's good. I mean,
Bought you a hoe.
Yep. Wow.
You sounded so sassy when you said that.
She just like pulls it out of her pack and shows him.
Better late than never. This will help in the future. Thank you for the hoe. Yes, so the soil just must condition for some time. Then we can start planting. Any plants that we find out in the wild, we can pull and then transplant here and begin our cultivation exercises.
Sounds good.
Excellent. I suppose, well, maybe we could go looking for some fell wood and maybe try cutting it up and trying to build like a fence around this thing.
That is a good idea.
What time is it again, AP? Is it morning? Or is it like early morning or what?
That depends on your point of view. For you, you just woke up in the morning. Here, it's night.
It's night. Okay, it's night. Yeah.
It's like probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right. Well, then we won't be doing that, I suppose.
We'll just wait a little bit for the sun to come up, and then we can start on our day.
Yeah.
We can do some stuff around here still, close to the pillar where it's safer. Maybe not sleep.
Yep. You punch trees, then punch the grass and make a bedroll.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's a survival game joke. Which one? All of them.
Yeah, most of them you have to punch trees. That's true.
Yes.
Now it's time to tell Pondo I saw Pondo.
He's trying to be sneaky.
He didn't.
Not sneaky enough.
Well, he can't leave without the doors. He brought me ice cream though.
Perfect.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
With the few hours at night, I mean, I might forage a little bit, see what's in the area again.
Oh, really? Make a survival check.
I'll forage with him.
Make a survival check at advantage.
Wow.
It's pretty meager pickings.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do manage to find seeds, which will get you started.
What kind of seeds do I know?
You do not know these seeds.
Do I know?
Until you make a nature check.
Can I attempt a nature check on these seeds?
Yes, all of you will make a nature check. And if at least 2 of you succeed, I will tell you what the seeds are. Who are we missing out? All right,
It was me.
Let me tell you, my friends, about a little seed of a little plant called the lemon.
Ooh.
Did you know that we made lemons? We humans made lemons. We cultivated oranges and citrons together until they made lemons. And my friends, you have never seen this seed before. But you're like, I think this is like a combination of a bitter, sour orange and a citron fruit. Some new super fruit that we've never seen before, and I've got a handful of them. And it'll be years before we get any fruit out of it.
Guys, I believe I found our secret ingredient in the future.
This could be very helpful.
Wolfgang sitting there going, limoncello.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to find, I'll post to the Discord. When I was in Italy, they have lemons there that are literally the size of your head that they use to make the limoncello. And it is, me and my friend Dan are like posing, trying to feed one to one another. It's amazing. I'll post it. They're the biggest lemons I've ever seen in my life, and they're all over the place.
I love making limoncello. So
yes.
Good. So good.
So good. It's so good.
All right, guys. Normally, we wrap up because it's Sputnik's bedtime. But having not had a regular streaming schedule for like 6 weeks, I'm fucking exhausted. I've been going to sleep earlier and waking up with the sunrise instead of going to sleep at 4 a.m. and waking up at noon. I'm really tired. So
I'm actually kind of proud of you for that, though.
No, that's terrible. What am I gonna do when my regular streaming schedule starts up again?
I'm sure some
you
way.
can modify it a little bit.
Right. I'm sure some way, somehow, you'll find your way back to the night owl schedule.
Yeah, when I'm doing 4 shows a week at night. Yeah. Now it's all do a show from 5 to 7. Yeah, I lost my vampire card. I had to turn it in. I used to say things like, I can't wait for a vampire waifu to come, and I got plenty of blood right here, just gonna let her drain it and we'll be best friends forever. Then I actually gave blood for the first time in like 2 decades, and I was like, nope, no vampire waifu. I'll fucking die, man. Just one pint is enough to put me out. Go away, vampire waifu.
Maybe she's like a light sipper, like not a big imbiber. A grazer, maybe.
All of the super hot vampire waifus out there who have meager feeding needs, contact me now. My DMs are open. I'm ready to accept your supernatural embrace. All right.
Ulrika of Warhammer fame, she might suit you.
I don't know who that is.
It's a character.
Not gonna look it up, Connor. I'm afraid.
No, I wouldn't expect you to. She's like a good vampire.
What?
Yeah, Big Spoon knows what's up.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is if Spoon is saying yes to it, I almost certainly want to say no.
He's a Jack Nicholson meme.
Right. Yes.
Crazy.
Hero of Legend, Felix Jaeger. That's right. Felix Jaeger. Also of Warhammer fame.
Okay.
It may or may not be something you want to dive into.
I don't want to dive into it.
There's a lot there to unpack.
Yeah, I know. I play 40K.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot there that I don't want to unpack.
Oh, this is just but this is fantasy, so it's
yes, I'm aware it's fantasy. Okay. I don't need to unpack twice. I still don't like dark elves, no matter how much people are like, but they get good stats, and I'm like, yes, but I still don't like them on like 4 different levels. They could be the best army, and they still wouldn't be Ultramarines.
Well, this conversation is over.
I know, buddy.
I hate dark elves too. I mean,
everyone does.
Some people seem to like them. I don't know. I don't get it.
Let's talk about outros. What do we want to do for those outros? Who's got something to say?
I'm out, yo.
Yep.
It was good to come back though.
Yeah. Let's do this
this was a
again
good
next
session.
We
week.
do this again 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm excited to Golden Corral this? No. Oh, damn, I
Golden
forget
Corral, the buffet?
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of the Earthbound. No, I'm trying to think of the farming game, but I can't.
Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley.
I was thinking about a different one, the older one from
Harvest
SNES.
Moon.
Harvest Moon?
Yeah. I'm excited to Harvest Moon this.
Golden Corral it.
Well, then I was thinking Golden Axe and there's a Golden Sun, I think, like Game Boy game. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could call our farm the Golden Corral. I think that would be
I think
good.
that's a great idea.
I'm literally reading this horribly written wiki article on Ulrika, and it makes me cringe so hard.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
No, let me read one line. He was immediately attracted by her stunning looks and confident nature, so different from most Empire women.
Oh,
Yeah, because she's
I'm not like those other girls.
yeah.
I'm a vampire.
No, she wasn't a vampire at the time. She was a Kislevite, like a rural Kislevite princess.
I don't know what that means.
Like they're like the fantasy.
No, it's
Russians.
good. I really don't need it explained to me.
Fair enough.
Oh shit.
Who else has got an outro?
Did we start?
I
With a
don't
proper
know.
outro?
I don't know.
I did an outro.
You did an outro. Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. Getting back into this. So thanks everybody. My name is Conorhughes, and we will be back. God, how about you? Yep.
You know, I didn't even put today's game on the schedule. I assumed we wouldn't meet. Dunamis has been shit talking this cast for literally an age of Middle Earth. He was like, "You don't need to schedule Tuesday nights. Don't worry, it won't meet." And he said that for like the last 2 weeks, and it was true. And I was like, "You know what, Dunamis? I'm upset with you."
Feel really bad.
Prove him wrong.
You did prove him wrong. Now he can eat it because he watches the
Right.
show, so he will eat it. A croque madame is
Eat
what he'll
it.
be eating.
We're gonna send your ass to Golden Corral.
Yeah, I'm excited about finally playing
Why?
again.
Dude, we don't hate him. Why would we send him to Golden Corral?
Is it that
Hey,
bad? I've never been.
don't bash on Golden Corral.
That
It's
was our hangover food. every
One
Sunday.
of the only buffets you can have around here.
Yes, but Golden Corral is literally the bottom tier that you can have in buffets.
I mean,
I
I feel
think it's
like
fine.
I've seen some shit at Golden Corral.
Yeah. Let me be clear. It's expansive. It definitely covers a lot of different foods. Most of them are made out of either potatoes or meat.
It's
Yep.
like
It's very popular in Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
yeah, it was our when I was, 18, 19 years old, just gotten out of boot camp, living in Virginia Beach. It was our Sunday morning. We each drank a case of Bud Light on Saturday night, and now we need to replenish ourselves. We would go to Golden Corral because it was like, I don't know, it was like $10, $15 all you can eat.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but there was also like families there and stuff, so it was kind of weird.
Don't worry. Things will always be weird at a Golden Corral.
Yeah.
People will show up in Crocs and like their
I mean, and you watch people like fill their plates up. It's like, dude, you can go back, right? Like you don't have to put all of the food on your plate right now.
No, put it all on the plate at the same time so you don't have to break it up again.
no.
Right, you don't want to get up
No.
again because that spends calories.
Oh my god!
The more times you gotta get up, the more
All the
calories
kids getting a suicide soda of a little bit of each type of soda.
Oh my, Big Spoon. I was just about to say that. I was just
The
about to say it's the
Walmart
Walmart of restaurants. I was literally going to come out of my mouth.
Like,
That
I go
is
now. I want to.
so true.
Look, I'll say this, Connor. It's definitely worth experiencing at least once.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, this sounds a bit like my experience with some IHOPs.
I mean, where else can you dip a steak in a cheese fountain?
They do tend to have cheese fountains.
I have been to several different places that will allow you to do that, but they are slightly more upscale.
Like a fondue place.
Yeah. if you guys really like buffets with meats and good dishes, I doubt that Nebraska has many Modernos, but the rest of you might be able to get one. It's Brazilian steakhouses.
The vaccine?
No, Moderno. Brazilian steakhouses.
Ah, yeah.
So the meat is served. Waiters will come around and serve you meat on swords.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they will use another sword to slice the meat off for you.
Well, that sounds swanky.
Yeah, shit is absolutely crazy.
You have, at least the one that we have is called Cowboy Steakhouse, but you have a two-sided button. One is green and one is red. And if the green is up, they will continue to bring you meat. They just walk up and like, oh, more meat. And then when you're about to explode out of the clothes that you wore that day, then you flip it over to red. And in my experience, they kind of make fun of you for not eating enough, but they will stop feeding you meat at that point. It's pretty amazing.
I could recommend a place in the or to go to the Ironbound in New York, and there's a few good places that will do that. At least as a few.
New York or Newark?
Newark,
and
New Jersey.
Mean Newark, New Jersey, because there's also Newark, Delaware.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I didn't even know.
They're pretty close to each other.
Okay.
Newark, Delaware is the north side of Delaware. All right, New Jersey guy.
Yep, that's right. I mean, there's some authentic Brazilian places there, so if you're in the area,
I'm about to make you turn like Atlantic City and disappear.
Look, I don't go to Atlantic City, so
yeah. You got to talk about buffets, low quality buffets. There are several in Atlantic City.
I'm sure
casinos love that stuff. 122 miles is close. Not only is that less than a day trip, that's like 2.5 hours.
Oh, not even. It's less than 2 hours. If it's all highway, it's less than 2 hours.
Well, it depends on how fast you drive.
65 miles an hour.
65 miles an hour.
On the 95, you can go 95.
Oh my God. New Jersey State Policeman, please take this man away from me.
What are you talking about? They're going 105.
The only...
As long as you're not as long as you're not just hogging the left lane, Jersey Police doesn't give a shit what you do.
The only time I have ever been pulled over is in New Jersey on the Garden State Parkway for going exactly the speed limit.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
You're going too slow. Were you in the left lane?
I was in the right lane. I was in the right lane going the speed limit, and I was pulled over for driving suspiciously.
Suspiciously.
He was like, sir, you been drinking? Do you have any drugs in your car? And I'm like, no, I'm going to see my grandmother.
Honestly, if you're driving the exact speed limit, they have justified suspicion.
What?
This guy is obviously suspicious. He's trying to go exactly.
That dude is driving like he has 100 pounds of cocaine in his trunk.
Exactly.
This ain't no child show anymore. Kids go to sleep.
He must be going to Newark Ironbound. Yeah.
YouTube comments. Do you have a favorite buffet in your area you'd like to recommend? Place it now in the comment section below.
Oh my God.
Listen, man, I just got to get engagement for my videos, okay? I got to get engagement.
We have a nice buffet here.
Yeah? Oh. What is it?
It's a Chinese buffet, and you can like make your own noodle dish, and they'll fry it in a big thing in front of you.
Oh, like a Mongolian barbecue.
Mongolian.
Yeah.
It's called Mongolian Grill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mongolian barbecue is excellent.
They also have like a buffet side, but then they've got a small flat top because we're not that big of a town.
You okay, Connor?
Yep. No, I was laughing, so I tend to cry when I'm laughing.
Oh.
What's your favorite way to do cocaine, kids? Leave a comment below. Engagement.
Okay.
Anyone else have any outro they want to do? Can't wait to read back what everybody's favorite buffets from the comment section are over the next week. That's it. Have a good night.